Breath framework. B, begin where you are. R, reclaim your power. E, excavate your core values. A, allow, not control. T, through, not around. And H, healing. The breath framework, a way of life.
Aloha! Ipek, we're here!
Yes, we are. Yes. Hi, how are you?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm very well and very happy to take over from Annie today because it's her birthday. Yay!
Yay! It is. So for those of you that are watching normally, yes, neither one of us is Annie. So today she is out celebrating her 43rd birthday, y'all.
Yes.
So with that, we're going to start the show just with a little celebration for her because I'm not a singer. I'm not sure if you are, Ipek, but I was like, hey, we're going to get this singer to
Yeah.
sing for Ipek. I mean, for Annie. So I'm going to share a little screen with you guys. And here we go. Sharing.
Happy birthday to you.
Ooh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Yay!
Wow, what a voice. Oh my God.
Indeed, that was Jennifer Hudson.
Yes.
So, stop sharing. So happy birthday, Annie. I hope you're having a great time out there.
Yeah.
So, what are we going to talk about with the people today, Ipek?
Well, we're gonna talk about. I think both you and I are very familiar with the Ho Oponopono practice, so I thought it's only fair to talk about that a little bit, and also, but maybe first start with introducing ourselves, and then we can go talk about Ho Oponopono and the breath framework, and especially the letter H, healing,
Yes.
because both you and I are quite familiar with that part of framework too. But first, before even to get that, I was thinking Annie is turning 43 today, and 4 plus 3 is 7. I know the number 7. You love that number. I know that. And number 7 is my favorite number ever. So I find it very interesting.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So then with that,
Mhm.
yes, my business is Sevenfold Coaching and I am an intuitive life coach. So I help individuals to deal with their inner imposter and to get their mojo back. So I've had the pleasure of knowing, Annie since like the beginning of the year now. And so it's been great working with her in the breath framework team and meeting individual coaches like yourself. So it's been an awesome experience for sure. And where am I at in the world? I am in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Arkansas, yes. And if I would like to introduce myself, I would say I'm a life coach, but more specifically, I am an insight coach, and I help people to understand the innate potential that they have. I provide them with guidance in connecting with their higher self, because that higher self, that inner voice, has the absolute power to find answers to all questions. And we find those answers through the insights that will come out during our powerful coaching conversations and unleash that untapped potential together. So that's what I do. And I have joined Annie, Michael, Felicia, and other amazing coaches at Breath Framework by Annie Leap LLC. Couple months ago, I think, a little bit more than 2 months. and I am loving it because the breath framework, I find it very powerful, very powerful. And so, yeah, that's wonderful to be a part of this group of lovely people.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so for those that may be new, have no idea what the breath framework is, what does the breath framework stand for?
Well, as we have played the intro, it's made of some letters, and every letter has some meanings. And going through each letter, we are working with our clients according to that letter's content.
Mhm.
And for example, B is begin where you are. Uh, R as reclaim your power.
Yes.
And I mean, I love that
Yes.
one.
Yes.
Reclaim your power is very powerful. And E is excavate your core values. So A is allow. That's one of my other favorites.
Mhm.
So it's T, true, not around, and H, obviously healing. So it's all the step by step getting to the soul center,
Mhm.
getting to our soul center, because there's mind centered life, and then heart centered life, and then soul centered life. So we start from a heart centered being, and then we get to mind centered, and then we get to heart centered, and then when we go even deeper, we reach to the soul centered living and being.
Yes, absolutely. So this framework is a practical application that you can use in order to get to your soul center. And the
Mhm.
one that we wanted to talk about that we resonated with was the H for the healing, because one of the tools that both of us are connected with is Ho Oponopono. So, what is Ho Oponopono? Who would like
So
to
I'm gonna tell my side of what I know and I see, but I also want to get your perspective on that. Uh, it's funny that Ho'oponopono is starting with an H too. It's so in line with
Of
the
course it
healing,
does.
right? But Ho'oponopono, for the ones who didn't hear about it before, is a practice that helps heal the things that are causing you pain and suffering and stopping you from feeling truly happy. And it's still used in Hawaii today to help people resolve issues and facilitate an increase in self love and self esteem, and a greater sense of purpose and connection. As I said, it's a Hawaiian practice of reconciliation and forgiveness. And in English, the word translates to correction, actually. And it's a very powerful way to heal yourself, your relations, and your world. And in a nutshell, Ho'oponopono is a process by which we can forgive ourselves and others to whom we are connected. And practicing Ho'oponopono also allows us to cut the connection in a very positive, loving way, knowing that you can make the connection brand new. When you become right with others, you become right with yourself.
Yeah.
So the goal is to get to the zero state. This means the state where we are perfect, whole, and complete. The state that is our inheritance as human beings. So you are whole, you are always enough, you need nothing. And our conditioning and our memories of our experiences unfortunately block that knowledge. And everything that is perfect for you is already in you. The inspiration, your spark, and potential is within. So in order to understand this as your truth, you must release what is blocking you, what you would consider an enemy, the memories that stand between you and your inspiration. So that's what I get from Ho'oponopono. And it is the main thing, of course, as you know, and you put it on the banner. The main mantra for Ho Oponopono is, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And I have more to tell about that part, but I want to also hear from you what you think, or you know maybe differently than I know, because all of us uh, study something and learn something, but we all have different perspectives, so, and we all get something different from the things that we learn. So I really wonder your take on Ho'oponopono too.
Yes. So I used to live in Hawaii, but I
You
was
did? That's
homeless.
why you keep saying aloha. Yes, I love
I
it.
I do. Well, that's a whole sidebar conversation in the sense of how we just talked about how one word or words can impact our lives. And in a national survey, when you talk about the happiness state level wide, Hawaii has always been number one.
Mm.
So having lived there, it's like, how can I bring that Hawaiian happiness to the people that I meet right here, wherever I'm at? And so with that one word, aloha. So most people usually get excited, either think about Hawaii
Yeah.
or have a pleasant smile, and it just goes to show that again, you can impact people with just one word. So that is the reason why I do greet people with aloha.
May I say something?
Yes.
It's so I love it. I love that you do that, because every time I hear you saying aloha, all of a sudden I'm in Hawaii by the sea, by the ocean, and under the trees, like coconut trees. I'm right there
Yeah,
right
I mean, it
away.
instills a whole vision, a whole picture, and just from one word. And
Yeah,
so, being coaches is just an immediate way that you can immediately show people, like, just with one word, mindset shift,
yeah,
you can be somewhere else.
yeah.
So yes, thank you for validating
Mhm.
that. So that is how, with the one word, it wasn't until I became a grown woman and I'm
Mhm.
dealing with, all of my stuff. And it was like I was looking for a way to relax, relate, release. And that was a
Mhm.
meditation. And so, of course, that resonated with me because I already had the Hawaiian spirit. But just the fact that this is a process that they use there in this state, that's the number one of happiness. And I immediately find, okay, what can I say practically when I'm in the heat of a situation and something is impacting me, right?
Mhm.
Because there are meditations that are just simply music. But a lot of times we could be having discord, dis-ease, disalignment with individuals, with people.
Mhm.
And I found that when you are talking with someone
Mhm.
and it's like in the heat, all of a sudden you just say, because we talk, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. How
Mhm.
quick that could immediately
Change.
stop an argument, change the atmosphere, or something like that. So it definitely, I'll just say it has definitely worked with the spouse.
Mm.
They're like, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And he just looks at me now like, I'm like, oh, were we arguing about something?
How can you be mad at someone who tells you this, right?
Exactly. So I'm all about using tools and processes and resources that resonate with me. And so that one is a meditation that you can say, a mantra that and it works.
Mm.
It
Yeah.
works. So that is how I came across the whole
Mhm.
Ho'oponopono process. So yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And I there's a meditation by Dr. Hugh Lan, who he's the like the main person who made Ho'oponopono a worldwide phenomenon. He In that meditation, he makes you speak to your inner child,
Mm,
and he says, when you say that mantra, actually you are talking to your inner child. And when you're saying, I'm sorry, because let's go back a little bit and talk about what Ho'oponopono is trying to do. It is trying to erase the data and memories that our inner child is carrying on its shoulders. So what he says is that the inner child you have, each and every one of us, is not only carrying the data, memories, and burdens and all the sadness and everything from our lifetimes, but also from our ancestors' lifetimes, because through DNA, all that data and memories pass from generation to generation to generation coming to us. So by practicing Ho'oponopono and this mantra, you cleanse that data, those memories. And the more you do it, the more you cleanse. And while meditating, you can see your inner child changing in time, becoming more childlike, going back to being a child and having so much joy and love and happiness. And he says, when you say, I'm sorry, you are saying, I'm sorry, my inner child. I didn't realize how much burden you were under. Please forgive me for not seeing that before, seeing that earlier. Thank you for being there for me and for cleansing with me. I love you. So that's actually the main idea, is speaking to our inner child. And he also says that he uses a metaphor for having the data around us, on us, in us. The data is like a cloud around you. So when you keep repeating the mantra, that cloud, that thick cloud, gets thinner and thinner and thinner. And then you start seeing some holes happening and some sunshine getting through. And the sunshine is intuition, is inspiration, creativity. So when you keep practicing Ho'oponopono, not only you get rid of that data and memories, but also you boost, you revitalize your creativity, intuition, and inspiration. So it works. It really works. As you said, it's true.
It does. So the other way that I looked at the I'm sorry, right? Because you might be out there, you're thinking, I haven't done anything in this situation. Why would I say I'm sorry? They should be the one, or that person that you're upset with should be apologizing or saying I'm sorry. And one of the viewpoints, that the belief is that this world, we are all connected. It's all connected in some degree, form, or fashion. We've even heard that described as like 6 degrees of separation that you can get to one. So it's like when you're saying the part of I'm sorry, you're basically just kind of taking responsibility for your actions, your thoughts, your emotions that are in conflict with what may be showing up in your present reality right now.
Absolutely.
It's just acknowledging that, like, okay, like you say, if your inner child, if you're going through that from generations, or as right here, right now as an adult, your experience, like, okay, I'm sorry that this feeling, this emotion, this situation has appeared to show itself for
Absolutely.
a lesson. Right. So it's that first thing of acknowledging that there is something that's misaligned, disconnected. So then what is the please forgive me? What does that part heal? What does that resonate? What does that say for you, or what you've learned from the Ho'oponopono?
Well, yes, that's so true, that what you said. I'm going to go back to please forgive me, because yes, we Ho'oponopono says that we are all responsible of what is happening around us. uh, because anything happening to us, around us, by people that are with us, is our responsibility. It is because it's in our consciousness. So that is why uh, I'm sorry for this to become reality for all of us here. Like, please forgive me because I am responsible. And taking the responsibility, so that when you take the responsibility, you take the responsibility to solve, to allow, let go, forgive. You forgive, you get forgived and forgiveness, and you forgive everything too. So it is so connected. It's like a chain reaction. When you use the mantra, when you keep saying it, you release the data. And imagine if everybody would do that, how lighter everyone would be.
Hmm. It would be lots of healing, vibrations
Yes.
raised, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's that next step. Like, please forgive me, because you can say I'm sorry, and then some people are like, oh, well, you say I'm sorry, but you really don't mean it,
Need.
you know. So it comes to that whole next step of saying, please forgive me.
Yeah.
And you may have just been thinking, not only is it just saying that to the person that maybe you have offended,
Mhm.
but it's also just acknowledging to, as we say, your higher self, that please forgive me for this moment, for this discord, this dis-ease, and wanting to make an amend for that. So I want to realign. I want to, raise the vibration, feel better in this moment. And so
Mhm.
asking for forgiveness, is a opening of the hands and just being vulnerable with other
Absolutely.
individuals and even with yourself, right?
Mhm.
So please forgive me is asking for something. Like,
Yes. Yeah.
sorry, please forgive me. Okay.
I love the way you use the word dis-ease. Dis-ease. Like,
Yes.
yes, it's the lack of ease,
Mm-hmm.
effortlessness, lack of that, really. And yes, and healing, as you said, healing is so connected with Ho'oponopono. And in our breath framework, it's one of the most important steps of it too. And it's the last step, because in order for us to get to that stage of healing, we need to deal with many things along the way. And when it comes to healing with framework, uh, what we do is really going deep into self, self, self love, self worth, self belief, so that we can connect really deeply with our inner self, higher self, and
Mm-hmm.
we can become whole at the end of the process.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So then there's thank you.
Mm.
So what does the thank you part stand out? How does it resonate with you?
Thank you is thank you for helping me. Thank you for letting go. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for your support, your love, your presence.
Yes. Thank
Yes.
you for the love and the presence. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So another one for me is thank you for letting this situation to be cleansed and clear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As even though you can say I'm sorry, you can ask for forgiveness, that energy, the resentment can still be there, but you're already showing appreciation for this has been cleansed, this has been forgiven,
Yeah.
and I thank you
Yeah.
for that. And again, be to the person or it can be to your higher self,
Yeah.
but just acknowledging and just saying thank you that this is all cleared and cleansed.
Yeah, being grateful, right?
Yeah.
I'm grateful
Mm-hmm.
for this wholeness, the forgiveness, being in line, being centered, being in peace.
Yes, yes. Okay. So then there's the I love you. So, what does that mean? Does that really mean I love you? Especially if you're talking, if this is something that you're cleansing about something that you're not, as my daughter was saying, really, wanting to lie. So, where does the I love you part? What does that mean?
It's I love you. It's the eternal love. We are all connected through love. Love is where everything starts and ends. I mean, when we say I love you unconditionally, no matter what, no matter who you are, no matter what you did or what you might be doing in the future. I unconditionally love myself and you, whoever you are.
Yes, because it's all connected, right?
Yes.
So it could be your higher self, your energy, your neighbor, your family, your God, however you see that. But it's just allowing all of that love and the energy, which is a higher vibrational source of energy, to come through and just acknowledging that.
Yeah.
So, okay, so all 4 points.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Now, I'm going to ask you this question.
Okay.
Do you say them in that order? Does it have to be in that order? Because there's going to be somebody listening to that. It's like, well, what if I say, please forgive me, thank you, I'm sorry, I love you? Is that wrong? Is that right?
Yes. Everything, all of it is correct. Me, I say it in this order. I say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. So I say it in that order, but order doesn't matter. And also, Dr. Hewland was saying that even if you say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, that's enough. That's fine too. So it's kind of about your intention, right? It's all about your intention. And I'm sorry, please forgive me. If you feel like saying that, just go ahead and say that. If you want to say the whole thing, say like that. If you want to change the order, change it. Doesn't matter. And all about intention.
Yes. I have simply said Ho Oponopono.
Hmm.
So, like, if, something is going on, so like you driving down the road and someone cuts you off and they're all
Mm-hmm.
whatever, and you just like, oh, Ho Oponopono.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think I like it because instead of saying 4 different things, you say
Right.
one word and you mean all of it.
Right, exactly. It's like I told you,
Yeah.
I'm all about that efficiency, right? But I know in my mind, like you said, I'm thinking of those things.
Yeah.
But I have said that just like Ho'oponopono. Like,
Yeah.
okay, like
Yeah, because by saying that you think all of these things. And
I
again, it's about the intention.
definitely
That's so
about the
true.
intention. So it goes to show you it's just personalized for you. It's not wrong. It's not you have to, I'm sorry, please forgive. It's
Yeah.
it's none of that. It's
Mhm.
just what is the intent? What are you thinking, behind that, which is helping you to calm down, with that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no wrong way to do it.
Nope. But that's also like the beauty when we talked about the breath framework, when
Mhm.
we talk about the various letters, they don't have to be in order. It's not always, reclaim your power, excavate. It's wherever you're at in that moment. And that's why,
Mhm.
it's called a framework experience from that. So a lot of times it's not about the rigidity of it, but the feeling,
Yeah.
the emotion that are pulling into that.
Absolutely. And now that you mentioned that, I wanna uh, touch base a little bit about coaching and breath framework and how we integrate it into our coaching. Because you are an intuitive coach. I am also an intuitive person and a coach. So for example, when I get to coaching someone using the framework, I always look at what is needed most, which part of the framework is needed the most to start with. I
Right.
mean, I would say B is always the
Begin
beginning,
where yeah,
because
begin where
begin where you are. Just tell me where you're at and what is going on and how can we make it better. But then after B, whatever comes up that requires what part of framework, then we go ahead and do that. For example, if that person needs to allow some things, then maybe from after B we can go, after begin we can go to allow,
yes.
rather than reclaim your power.
Power.
So
Absolutely.
whatever is needed.
Cool. All right. So Ho Oponopono meditation. It's I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Or in the order that flows for you. You do not have to say it all in order. You do not have to say all those things. You can just simply say Ho Oponopono.
Yeah.
But you, if the people do not know you guys, she did not share this in her introduction, but Ipek is an amazing meditation instructor. She
Oh,
is
thank you.
featured on Insight Timer, the
Yes.
app. Okay. So I know you have done the whole Ho'oponopono meditation. So I want to know as we get ready to close today's show, for right now, because I'm all about the practical right here, right
Yeah.
now. How can we do this? So can you guide us through a little
Oh, sure.
Ho'oponopono meditation?
Of course. Why not?
Awesome. Let's do it. All right. So you
Okay.
guys, wherever you're at in this moment, just relax.
Yes.
We're both grounding you here in this moment, and Ipek is going to guide us through a Ho'oponopono meditation.
Okay. Okay. Wherever you are, just get comfortable. Close your eyes if you haven't already. And start focusing on your breath. Listen to your breath. And take a deep breath in. Hold as long as you can, and then exhale as long as you can. Take another deep breath in. And exhale slowly, relaxing all your body. Take one more deep breath, filling your lungs all the way, and exhaling through your mouth, emptying your lungs and feeling relaxed. Now imagine yourself right in front of you at a very young age, as young as you can remember, as happy as you can remember. What are you wearing? Just visualize yourself and get close to your inner child. See them right in front of you and reach and touch their head. Feel the soft hair. Just caress their hair and tell them, "Hello, my inner child. I'm sorry for not acknowledging you before. Please forgive me for all the data and memories that you were burdened by. Thank you for helping me to let go. I love you." Now, hold their hand and say, "I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you."
I love you.
Now hold your inner child in your arms and give them a very gentle hug, not a bear hug, a very gentle, loving hug. And see them smiling at you. You smile them back. You feel the love that your inner child gives you. Tell her or him that they will be with you forever and that you will protect them. You will love them. Again, looking at their eyes, say, "I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
I love you.
I love you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
I love you.
I love you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
I love you.
I love you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now let your inner child go and play while you watch them. And while feeling happy and joyful for seeing them, just turn back to your breath. Listen to your heart beating. Take a deep breath and get ready to open your eyes. And when you feel ready, just open your eyes. Welcome back. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Ipek, for blessing us with that.
Mm,
Those out there watching live and replay, because you can always come back to this
yeah.
meditation, this live, and replay that meditation just whenever you are needing that. So thank you.
You know, when you meditate like this, visualizing your inner child and giving love to your inner child, the more you do that, the more you start seeing your inner child changing,
Mm.
changing like for the better and getting happier and happier and happier, jumping
Thank
from
you.
happiness. So it is very powerful.
Yes, it is. That is a point, reminding that it's not just a say it one time and
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
It's a continuous process in order
Mhm.
to have that healing to get better and better. And like I
Mhm.
said, like I can say Ho Oponopono now and just
Mhm.
like
Yes.
change
Yeah.
that,
I mean, I have my meditation. I have a recorded meditation on Inside Timer. It's called Ho Oponopono Chakra Cleansing Meditation.
Mhm.
And for that meditation, for example, I suggest to practice it 21 days in a row, if
Mm,
possible.
yeah.
And for with Ho'oponopono, there's one thing though. When you practice that meditation or any Ho'oponopono meditation and cleanse data, start cleansing data, it's like uh, think about it like a muddy water, but the mud is in the bottom. And when you start doing Ho'oponopono, that starts moving, moving, churning, and all that mud comes up. But and because of that, it gets a little bit difficult because it makes you remember all the bad memories, bad things that happened, and but without doing that, without getting there, you cannot let it go. It needs to come up so that you can let it go and cleanse. So
Release.
it is normal if you start feeling a little bit down, a little bit feeling like, oh, I have been doing Ho'oponopono, practicing it and using the mantra, and I'm feeling like it makes me, it brings up old memories, and I'm not feeling great. Well, hang in there if that happens, because it's gonna go away. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna get better.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I wanted to mention. And thank you so much for everybody actually who joined now with us, because like we are not any, but
We're not.
Jairus and Pat and Charlotte. Hi.
Hi. Thank you,
So
guys, for joining us
yeah,
so
thank you.
much. Absolutely. So, for those that are interested and want to know more about the breath framework, of
Mhm.
course, you can go to annielead.com to learn more about that and connect
Yeah.
with the coaching services there as well. And
Mhm.
then we know we can contact EPEC with Insight Timer. You check out, you got a meditation tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow morning,
Tomorrow
yes,
morning.
tomorrow morning, early at 6:30 a.m. my time, 5:30 your time.
My time.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah, very early, very early. I know it's too early for many, but it's funny. I have so many people joining from Australia, Europe. So for Europe, it's like midday out for Australia, and even India, it's like end of the day. So it works for them, not so much for west part of US and Canada, unfortunately. But I have something else for them, because on Sundays now I'm going to be doing another session at 1 p.m. Eastern time, which will be more suitable maybe for Western parts of the country and US. So I hope some of you can join me sometime.
Yes, absolutely. And for those that were interested in contacting me, of course, LinkedIn at Felicia Miller-Johnson, and then sevenfoldcoaching.com.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us. Hopefully if this was new information for you about Ho Oponopono, that you will definitely give this healing process a go at that. And Ipek, it is always a pleasure to connect with you. And
it is a pleasure for me too, Felicia. Thank you everybody who joined us, and have a wonderful evening.
Yes. All right, Ipek, stay on with us as we say goodbye to all the other folks.
Bye. Bye.
Breath framework. B, begin where you are. R, reclaim your power. E, excavate your core values. A, allow, not control. T, through, not around. And H, healing. The breath framework, a way of life.